Hi everybody, just sharing another story about a past life regression that I did recently. A little lady came in to see me and she has not had a successful relationship, intimate relationship, and she's 49 years old and wanted to change that. And she was brave enough to say to me that she was a common denominator, which was beautiful. So what we did, we went back and regressed her, and when we got into the womb, she actually felt very sad, and her mum felt sad, and her mum felt sad because men were holding her down and holding her back, and she felt trapped. That was her mother's feelings, which is what she took on when she was born into this lifetime. But to add to that, the past life, when we regressed her, she was on cobblestone streets, young lady with her horse. There was a lot going on around her, lots of hustle and bustle, all really good. There was lots of chickens, cats, dogs, people out and about. And next thing, and she didn't know why, the whole street just emptied. Everyone was just running for houses and hiding. And so she had a horse. She didn't know what to do with the horse. She couldn't just leave her horse. She couldn't run into someone's house with her horse. She just had the horse shoed, so she went back to the blacksmith's and walked into a stable out the back. And as she opened the door, this guy was coaxing her in, saying to her, "Come in here, it's safe, it's safe." And she said he smelled, he was filthy, dirty, he had no teeth, he was just gross. But she went in because she thought it was safe. When she went in, he tried to rape her and she killed him with a sword. So moments after that happened, next thing she was just like, and it scared me. It wasn't that softly, it was quite loud. But what had happened, one of the Vikings had come in and grabbed her by the throat from behind and strangled her. He literally lifted her off the ground and strangled her. That's how she died in that lifetime. So when I asked her what she had taken from that lifetime, what she'd learned, it was that men will coax you in to keep you safe, to think that you're safe. But after they've used you for sex, they throw you away. You're not safe anymore. The two main people in that lifetime was the fellow who was coaxing her inside. The fellow who coaxed her inside was the same man who raped her mother for 9 years when her mother was a young girl. The man who lifted her off her feet and strangled her was her ex-partner. And she had been with him for 2 years. And since it had ended, every time she thought of him, she was sad, she was anxious, she felt grief. She could not move through it for 2 years. So we did a lot of healing. The healing takes just as long as a regression. And when I asked her how she was going with it later, she said for the first time in 2 years, he popped into her head, something triggered a thought of him. He popped into her head and she no longer felt the grief and the anxiety. So she was able to look at what was happening, but without the emotional attachment. So she said she smiled and had a bit of a laugh. That was the first time. So if you're struggling with any sort of emotional attachment that you can't seem to move through, please give me a call and we can have a chat and see if it may help you. My number is 0499 269 777. My website is Holistic Harmony and happiness.com.au. Please don't sit out there and struggle. There's help. Aho.